The In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show is on the air. Ahead, Craig Bierman and the upcoming Texas Elite Auto Showcase. Later, Jeff has this week's Motor Minute. Are y'all telling secrets down there?
Yeah, we are. We're talking about you.
Oh, God. Probably.
Short stories.
Speaking of stories, I'll have the stories making automotive news headlines. Howdy, along with Mike out of this world, Mars. We always need more Jeff Zekin. I'm Don Armstrong. Glad you could join us on this Saturday for our live broadcast. We broadcast the show live every Saturday, 8 to 11 a.m. If you can remember that, we invite you to tune in for that.
Nap time is at 1.
Well, absolutely, if not before. Mm-hmm. Joining us in the studio today, is in-studio guest, which is rare.
I know.
And it would only be you. And we appreciate
We've had
you.
two. We've had two in studios, Yeah, we had.
Yeah, we've had a couple over the years. Mm-hmm. Craig Bierman, the proprietor of Speed and Sport Chrome Plating, and also the founder. I'm going to try to build this up.
Okay.
That doesn't need any
build
up. The Texas Elite Auto Showcase, which is a brand new car show, first ever, coming up at NRG Center.
Yep.
And are you excited about it?
We're excited.
Yeah, I know you've been working your butt off.
Oh, gosh.
Dude, you forgot what it was like. You know, I have to tell you that one of the first events that I ever went to with my old 1977 Corvette was a car show that he had at his original Speed and Sport location at the corner of Fondren and the Southwest Freeway. And the entire parking lot, now that's a strip center, but it also had a Kmart in the back of it back there. Filled up this entire enormous parking lot, traffic jam out front. And somebody actually brought a nitro car there. I remember them starting it in the parking lot. Oh, my God.
Those are the days.
It was chaos.
Yeah, we had 1,200 cars show up to that. 1,200.
1,200 cars in that park.
What year was it?
Oh, gosh, 78, 9?
Something. Man, I thought it was in the 40s, but
yeah, I know it seems like that. But it was nuts.
It was unreal.
It was. And so this show, well, you've had several shows since then, but they were more along the lines of parking lot shows that kind of was a weekend thing, Speed and Sport.
Yeah, nothing indoors. Indoors is a whole
another level.
Yeah, it's a much bigger.
And you got the guy helping you with this, Steve Green, who's a friend of ours, and met him through Autorama.
Yes,
and he's very well schooled at how to do these indoor shows.
He knows more than anybody when it comes to it.
Yeah, and checking in car. There's a whole thing when you go to an indoor car, any kind of car show, really. Not I'm talking about a cruise in, but I'm talking about a real honest-to-God car show. Mm-hmm. There's parking, there's taking tickets, there's people registering for the stuff. Yep. I mean, there's a whole layer of stuff that most people don't, all that, that people don't really know about. But this is really a first at NRG Center.
That's right.
Yeah.
And the way this started is Steve had been running the Autorama for 17 years, and I've been doing it for probably 25 or something. But it's Thanksgiving weekend. You want to be with your family. It's a cool show, but it's 4 days, and it's tough. It really is. So we thought, we're both kind of burnt out on it, getting old. We're going to put our own show on at NRG, and it's just a 2-day show. 2-day show.
Because for Steve, Autorama starts years, but he moves in. Him and his team, I think he told me they move in on Monday night.
That's right.
And they're there until the following Monday morning.
So they're like 3 weeks.
Got a crew of about 15 people. Those 15 are with me and him now. They don't work for Autorama anymore. So we're
really
absolutely.
Is Steve still going to do Autorama?
Yeah, because when you run Autorama, it's his crew. The guy that owns Autorama paid Steve. He don't care who he brings. It's up to Steve to do everything. So all those everything are all on.
So he brought all those people because he also does Dallas, and I think some of them go up there with
none
him.
of those will he be doing anymore. He's putting all his time in there. We already got a guy that wants us to do a show in Dallas already.
Oh, wow.
But we're trying to do our first show here first.
Yeah. Really? You didn't tell me about that.
Yeah, I got a guy that...
See, breaking
got
news.
A guy. He knows a guy.
Breaking news.
Yeah.
And quality-wise, it's much, much higher quality than Autorama.
It's a different style of a car, too.
Yes.
What do we expect to see there? So what makes it different?
Well, we thought we would mix in some exotic cars and found out that's a kind of a different breed of people, the exotic. And we will have some.
Well, you're part of that exotic.
Yeah, you've got some collections.
And you're definitely different.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, I can say that.
You're here.
That's right. But I think we're going to have, we're going to have a good amount of cars there. And if you've ever been to Autorama, the bigger cars in the front have what they call a 20 by 20 display in the front. Yeah. Not a 10 by 20, a 20 by 20. That's usually with carpet and mirrors and all that.
Turntables.
Oh, yeah, all that. Well, at Autorama, there's usually about 10 in the front and 3 or 4 spread out. They have 13 to 15. We have registered right now of those. We have 45 of those already registered at our show.
And a 20 by 20.
20 by 20s. I mean, it's beyond belief. The quality is definitely the best car show, finest car show indoors ever in the state of Texas.
Well, it's a different crowd. I look at Autorama as kind of like anybody and everybody. If you had, Mom's 95 Buick Century, you could enter it in Autorama.
Yeah, it's gotten that way, yes.
Yeah. I mean, and it's kind of evolved that way because, quite honestly, a lot of people that are like our age are not really adding to the collection or showing stuff. And so you kind of got to go with what shows up.
Well, he said that, it's not a crowd. I wouldn't call it a crowd. I'd call it a different brand of enthusiasts because there are different levels of car shows and different level of car owners. Right. You got a guy that's maybe a Japanese domestic or maybe an old Nova, and then you've got your Ferraris and your Lamborghinis and your Porsches. So there's a different grade of classical showings.
And this show we're having is 90% classic and hot rods. But if you go to Autorama, there is 0% of exotics in there.
Right.
This is 10% probably. And what we will have there, I'm sure very few people have ever seen. There'll be a Pagani there. That's about a $6 million car.
Well, your connection to all that is John Gray.
Actually, it was over at the Asylum. Jeff Pate, remember?
Yeah.
That's where he's...
Oh, so I see.
That's where these upper-end cars came from.
Where is the Asylum?
It's over on, what is that? Something like Renwick around Bel Air Boulevard or something like that.
It's in Bel Air, I think.
Yeah, I go there all the time.
Kind of where Ken and Gary Neighbors used to have their shop.
Yeah, there you go, close to Gary.
Gotcha.
And just got to remember, anybody wants to enter, we can still enter. We still got time. It's 3 weeks away. But when you show, you can only have versus an outdoor show, you can only have a quarter tank of gas, or you're not getting in.
Right. Fire marshal.
Yeah.
Well, that's standard.
And there's a big difference in an indoor and outdoor show now.
Yes.
There's no comparison of the quality. And you say, well, there's good quality cars at outdoor. Yeah, but you got to spend time in cleaning it and all that. Really nice for an indoor show.
If you want to compete at an upper level, and God knows I had to learn the hard way. And matter of fact, I remember seeing your old Corvette, the one that was painted pearl white, on the turntable at the very first
Albert Thomas Convention Center.
At the Albert Thomas Convention Center, the Texas Corvette Expo. Yep. And he, Mr. Smooth Talker over here, what does he do? He gets the top spot. So you come up on the escalator, it goes up on the second floor. You can imagine the logistics trying to get all those cars there. Come up the escalator, and you get off the escalator, and whose car do you see? His on a turntable. It's like, oh my God.
Gleaming,
of course. But every attention to detail that you could imagine, and most of the Corvettes that were there. Mine, I had no clue what I was doing. Didn't know how to show a car. I had the hood closed.
Yeah, the mud
I
flaps.
had the doors closed, the windows rolled up, and the car locked.
So nobody could see in it.
No.
Nobody
judges.
They
don't judge.
Speaking of faux pas,
Don Armstrong.
What are you showing? What is your personal collection going to be?
I don't think I'll have time. I don't think I'm going to be able to have time to bring anything. But
really?
Let me tell you that a lot of changes in the show versus Autorama, and y'all will know this. Some people don't. They're going to put you in a classification when you come in.
Right.
So you'd say you're in restored. You're from 64 to 70. There's a million classes. Not us. Everybody's against everybody. And there is no classes. We have professional judges. Top 100 win. Top 100. And then you still have your best of truck, best engine, best paint, best display, best rod, best everything. But the top 100 win. So the Ferrari is against the 64 Nova. Everybody's against everybody.
Right.
Kind of like
I go the Nova.
So do you vet these vehicles before you say, yeah, we accept your registration?
They have to send in a photograph of the car when you register. And then Steve will do that part. And he would, say no or yay or whatever.
No, that's 64.
So you can't bring Mom's Buick Century and
or what was we talking about? The Chrysler. We get no fires in that place, so don't bring
don't bring the minivan.
Don't bring the minivan because we prefer no fires in
there. No thermal events.
Exactly. Well, I think that you have to. I don't even know how you would do an electric car because in most instances you have to disconnect the battery.
That's right.
Well, how do you do that in an electric car?
That I don't know. I don't know.
Be interesting to see if y'all have any show up. I mean, basically you're talking.
It may have the Tesla show up. What are you going to do then?
Don't know.
Steve?
What would the fire marshal do?
That's who's going to make that decision, not me.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry.
But it's going to be a real good show. It really is. Quality is going to be beyond belief.
Yeah.
And then we have celebrities there. We have Mark Henry, WWE Hall of Fame.
I'll show up.
And, that's right. And the Hall of Fame wrestler, and he was also the world champion in the Olympics. And then we got Joe and Amanda Martin from Iron Resurrections.
Oh, very good.
They'll be doing autographs. Both those are on Saturday.
Both on Saturday.
Yeah. If you go to Autorama, there's a small plaque that's maybe $8 or $10 plaque. We're giving away $100 to everybody that wins gets a minimum of $100 trophy. I mean, I can't tell you what they are. I'll surprise you. They are real nice.
Did you make them?
No, designed it but didn't make them because there's so many of them. 140. I think there is trophies total. No, 135.
And you got some interesting sponsors to sponsor these different categories. And, and different money payouts.
Out of the big ones, we got Lamborghini will be there, Porsche will be there, and State Farm will be there. Those are our main.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the payouts of the category winners.
Yeah, the best car there, number one, gets the trophy that I built for Autorama many years ago. I'm bringing that with me to my show now. You get that and $5,000 cash, and the trophy's about $5,000. You're getting $10,000. Then all the best ofs all win $1,000 cash, and we have a lot of best ofs.
I'm thinking I could get some friends, and I could take a cut of what they win.
It'd take you 2 years to get those friends.
It'd take a lifetime.
Yeah, you have to buy a lot of beer and you have to make no money on that.
That ain't working.
So how many cars are hoping to put in there?
Anticipating, yeah.
Well, right now we have 200. Naturally we'd like to get more and more and more, but
sure.
200.
Some of these things take a little bit of time.
Yeah, say Autorama has around 400, but remember, as Camaros, Mustangs, and Corvettes is half of that.
Yeah.
Or ours.
They've been what, 40 years, 40 years doing it?
So it's going to take some time. This is our first show, but we're very, very
for the
excited.
inaugural 200, that's great.
Yeah, that's what I think.
For
and we probably have more than that because everybody waits the last minute to enter. And there's also, I don't remember the guy's name, but there's a guy who built a special car truck. It's really, really cool. I'll show you a photo. And the owners, they're going to debut it to the owner at our show.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's really cool. There's more to the story than that. But
sure.
It's going to be really neat. I'll show you a picture of this truck. It's unbelievable.
Can you say who built the truck?
I don't know, but we will there. But we have so many different,
gotcha.
So many different people.
Yeah,
shops.
I was looking at your website. I mean, there's a long list of stuff
in there.
So, speaking of websites, how would folks want to check you out? And is there a site to get on there?
Yeah, just go to Texas Elite Auto.
showcase,
and then you can register on there, or you can look or get the time
schedule.
That's right.
Stuff.
Yep.
Very cool.
Saturday, I believe. Saturday is 10 to 8, and Sunday is 10 to 6.
Correct.
Yeah.
So it's a 2-day only show.
2-day only show.
And how much does it cost to get in?
It's $20 to get in. 6 and under's free. And one of the great parts for the people that are entering at the Autorama, George R. Brown, there's no place to park. You can't get your trailer in. You're sitting in line outdoors. All the parking's right behind it because it's the same as Barrett Jackson and Meekum. We have all to store your trailer. Then we can stage about 40 or 50 cars inside, and August the 10th is hot.
Yeah.
You'll be able to be indoors in the air conditioning while we're bringing you in. It's going to be great. It really is. It's going to be great.
Very exciting.
Yeah.
He's got a little glow about you.
Yeah. I don't know if that's nervous or exciting. But
Either that or exhaustion.
Exhaustion, probably.
some of that's.
I know.
Man.
I know. When I called him the other day, as it ends, hey, man, call me. Oh, man, I got so much going on. I don't know what I want to do.
He always does. He always sounds
Well, I mean,
like
he's
that.
got his
I know.
business,
I
too.
know.
I mean, he's got to keep that going.
And then
as
he's
well.
got the Sunday event. You got Chrome and Coffee. You're doing all that.
Yep. Then I'm hosting the National Coin-Op Convention at my house from people from all over the United States that collect what I collect are going to be there for the national convention.
Really?
And and they get to go. Guess who I talked to and let them go? We tour the top 6 homes in Houston. They have collectibles. And got John Hovis at Hemi Hideout.
Wow.
Did you really?
Oh,
Very
yeah.
good.
I'm very happy about that. He's such a nice guy.
Yes.
He is.
Great
He's got
person.
lots of stuff.
Oh, I told everybody they won't believe it, how nice it is.
Yeah. It's funny. I had to call him, and I forgot. Call John. Let me put that.
Let's call him right now.
713-2525. Call John.
There you
I'm
go.
writing it down right now so I won't forget. Maybe
So
he's
anyway,
listening.
try to get ready for that, get ready for this, get ready. Oh, gosh.
Well, I mean,
Too much.
Now, I always wonder.
It's hard on a guy in his 40s. It really is.
in his 40s. Oh, my God. Eddie's a liar, too.
Yeah, and mine's gone.
Yeah.
No, that would be me.
Yeah.
My mind is gone.
Crazy.
All right. So what are you doing between now and 3 weeks from now?
Hustling as many people and cars as I can get in there.
Yeah.
I'm on the phone all day long. Just do you. All those friends I've had all those years, they always tell them, man, they're into cars? Well, then if you don't have one friend with a cool enough car to put in the show, you're not into cars.
So
think about it. Come on.
now, are you going to have
on,
club
man.
displays?
Yes, we got the
So in
the
other
Chevy Club display. They've switched. They're not doing Autorama, and they're doing ours. So I have the classic Chevy.
And I was going to say because Randy Weldon is big in the Mustang Club of America, and
Yeah.
he knows all the guys in the Mustang
North
clubs
sides,
around town.
Multiple clubs around.
Yeah.
And so I would like to think that they would have a nice collection of Mustangs that they could put in the Mustang Corral.
Yeah. Again, I don't know if Steve's talked to him or not, but if not, you need to give me his number and I'll call him.
Well, he's listening, so.
Good.
Yeah, so he knows. Anyway, Randy Weldon, it would be a good one. The guys down there at AJ Loop with the Space City Corvette Club. I mean, that used to be a thing. A club entry. And you'd have, a dozen cars from a club or clubs, and they would all get together. That was fun. I enjoyed that.
AJ and then they went down to Galveston to the Corvette Chevy Expo thing down there. I think they took like 28 cars into there. Or
yeah, that's. I know Nick's Auto. He's probably have about 8 in his booth. Smithy's.
Wow.
He has about
Smithy's.
6
nice
or 8.
stuff.
They both have booths there. They're both they're supporting our show also.
And we ain't bringing nothing.
No.
Other than ourselves
Well,
and our great personalities.
How about? I was thinking the van, but no.
The van.
The
van.
Pacifica.
The Pacifica.
Pacifica.
But you're not allowed in there because the fire marshal's not going to let you in unless you've had the recall taken care of. And they're not ready to do that yet.
Picky people.
There's that. Well, hey, man, thanks so much for coming over.
Yes, sir.
We
Good to see
appreciate
you.
it. And
Sorry the rain out last event.
Yeah, I was still there eating, but
Well,
did anybody show up? A few,
yeah,
probably.
about 10, 15 people. They want to eat there.
Yeah.
Hey, what's that microphone behind you? Where'd that come from?
Yeah. Actually, that microphone right back there, Craig fixed that up for me, that nice chrome-plated RCA. Yeah, it's very nice. Thank you very much.
That was a long time ago, wasn't it?
It was a long time ago. Yeah, it sure was.
We've been friends for, I think, about almost 40 or something like that?
Yeah, something like that.
40 years. Still friends.
I don't know how.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm sorry.
I mean,
exactly.
Hey, it's been rough. It really has.
I know. It has been. But, hey, thanks. And we'll be in touch. I owe you a press release, and I'm going to work on that this
Sounds
weekend.
good. Where are the donuts,
You know,
no donuts this time.
Jeff didn't bring any donuts.
Oh, gosh. I forgot. No, there's no nobody comes in here anymore. You do everything over the
Yeah.
We don't do any of that anymore. We kind of lowballing it here in the
I gotcha.
in the In Wheel Time studios, the Sugar Shack studios.
Thanks so much for having me, and hopefully a lot of people show up for the show.
Great success for that, yes.
We'll be by to harass you on
Absolutely.
Saturday.
Sounds good. Thanks so much.
Thank you, bud. Thank you very much. Okay, you're on the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. We're going to take a quick break. You and your friends can get this award-winning show 24/7 through the iHeartRadio app. Just look for In Wheel Time Car Talk. We also video stream our live 3-hour weekly show on Facebook, YouTube, and on InWheelTime.com. And podcasts are available from your favorite podcast provider. The In Wheel Time Car Talk Show continues right after this quick break.